Good morning. In this week's Torah portion, the Jewish people sing the song of Az Yasher, the song of praise to God after miraculously crossing the Red Sea. And right after Moses finishes leading the Jews in the song, it says that Miriam, the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, went out with drums and tamarines, and all the women followed her, and they began to sing their own song of praise to God for the miraculous deliverance. And the rabbis ask a question. The verse says that Miriam, the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, went out with tamarines and drums to sing. And the question is twofold. First of all, what does it mean, Miriam the prophetess? Where do we find that Miriam prophesied? And the second question is, it says she was the sister of Aaron. Well, she wasn't only the sister of Aaron, she was the sister of Aaron and Moses. And our rabbis explain that when Pharaoh issued his evil decree to drown all the baby boys in the Nile, the parents of Miriam and Aaron, who were Amram and Yocheved, decided to separate and no longer have children, because God forbid if a boy is born, the boy will be drowned in the Nile. And Miriam was a little girl of 8 years old, and she said to her father, "Dad, you are worse than Pharaoh, because Pharaoh only decreed death upon the boys, but you not having children, you are going to cause that no boys or girls will live in this world. And especially because you're the leader of the generation, all the Jews will follow your example, and that will be the end of the Jewish nation." Her father took her words to heart and reunited with his wife Yocheved, and who was born Moses, Moshe Rabbeinu, who went on to redeem the entire Jewish nation. And here we are until today. And so therefore the verse says, Miriam the prophetess, what were her words of prophecy when she told her father, have faith in God. Yes, things are dark, the future looks bleak, but we never lose our faith. God will do what he has to do, and he will rescue us and redeem us. And that's why she took her tamarines and her drums, because she was celebrating how her prophecy came true and the Jews were redeemed. And that's why the verse says she was the sister of Aaron, because when did she speak her words of prophecy? Before Moses was born, when she was only the sister of Aaron. And that's the truth of the Jewish nation. There's a story about this kid who said to his father, "Dad, do we Jews believe in miracles?" And his father said, "No, son, we don't believe in miracles. We rely and depend on miracles. The reason we are here is because we never lost faith. We never lost our hope. We always trusted in God. And even if times may be challenging as they are today, we know that Am Yisrael Chai." There's a story told about the Klosenberger Rabbi. His name was Rabbi Yekusiel Yehuda Halberstam. And he was a survivor of the death camps, of the concentration camps. And after the camps were redeemed and liberated, he was in a DP camp with many other Jews, and Yom Kippur came along. And the Jews gathered in the synagogue, in the makeshift synagogue in the DP camp, to conduct the Yom Kippur services. And when they came to the confession of Al-Chait, one of the Jews in the congregation cried out and said, "Why should I ask for forgiveness? What have I done? God should ask me for forgiveness for the murder of my family and my community, my loved ones." And everyone in the congregation became silent. And the closing Rebbe, who was leading the congregation in prayer, turned around, and with tears in his eyes, he said, "I cannot speak for anyone else, but let me ask you what I am asking for forgiveness for." He said, "Every night when I went to sleep in the concentration camps, suffering another day of torture, of humiliation, of experiencing and observing the death of loved ones, I would pray to God at my bedtime Shema, God, take me in my sleep. Let me die a peaceful death. Don't let me endure this suffering any longer." He said, "I never dreamt, I never believed that I would ever actually survive this death camp." He says, "I'm asking God for forgiveness for losing faith in him and not believing that I would be redeemed." Let us always keep our heads high, and no matter what, always know that God will save us as long as we keep our faith and our optimism. That has been the secret to the Jewish nation for thousands of years, and that's why we will endure forever. Have a wonderful day.